5222A. Service of notices and forms and procedure for claim of exemption. A. Applicability. Any person authorized under 5222 of this article issuing a restraining notice affecting a natural person's account at a banking institution must comply with this section. Any sheriff levying against a natural person's account at a banking institution pursuant to section 5232 of this article must comply with this section. In addition to the general provisions set forth in section 5232 of this article, the procedures set forth in subdivisions B, C, D, E, F, and G of this section shall not apply where pursuant to subdivision H, no funds in the account are restrained or levied upon. B. Service of exemption notice and exemption claim form 1. Service with restraining notice upon banking institution. The person issuing the restraining notice pursuant to subdivision of section 5222 of this article shall provide the banking institution with the restraining notice, a copy of the restraining notice, an exemption notice and 2 exemption claim forms with sections titled Address A and Address B completed. The exemption notice and exemption claim forms shall be in the forms set forth in paragraph 4 of this subdivision. The notice and the forms shall be served on the banking institution together with the restraining notice and copy of the restraining notice. Service must be accomplished in accordance with subdivision A or G of section 5222 of this article. Failure to serve the notice and forms together with the restraining notice renders the restraining notice void, and the banking institution shall not restrain the account. 2. Service of execution by levy upon a garnishee banking institution. When serving an execution pursuant to subdivision of section 5232 of this article, the sheriff shall provide the banking institution with an exemption notice and 2 exemption claim forms, which shall be in the forms set forth in paragraph 4 of this subdivision. The sheriff shall serve both the exemption notice and the exemption claim forms on the banking institution together with the execution notice. Service must be accomplished in accordance with subdivision of section 5232 of this article. Failure to serve the notice and forms renders the execution void, and the banking institution shall not levy upon the account. 3. Service upon judgment debtor, within 2 business days after receipt of the restraining notice or execution, exemption notice and exemption claim forms. The banking institution shall serve upon the judgment debtor the copy of the restraining notice, the exemption notice and 2 exemption claim forms. The banking institution shall serve the notice and forms by first-class mail to the last known address of the judgment debtor. The inadvertent failure by a depository institution to provide the notice required by this subdivision shall not give rise to liability on the part of the depository institution. 4. Content of exemption notice and exemption claim form. A. The exemption notice shall be in the following form. Exemption notice as required by New York law. Your bank account is restrained or frozen. The attached restraining notice or notice of levy by execution has been issued against your bank account. You are receiving this notice because a creditor has obtained a money judgment against you, and one or more of your bank accounts has been restrained to pay the judgment. A money judgment is a court's decision that you owe money to a creditor. You should be aware that future deposits into your account might also be restrained if you do not respond to this notice. You may be able to vacate, remove the judgment. If the judgment is vacated, your bank account will be released. Consult an attorney, including free legal services, or visit the court clerk for more information about how to do this. Under state and federal law, certain types of funds cannot be taken from your bank account to pay a judgment. Such money is said to be exempt. Does your bank account contain any of the following types of funds? 1. Social Security. 2. Social Security Disability, SSD. 3. Supplemental Security Income, SSI. 4. Public Assistance, Welfare. 5. Income earned while receiving SSI or public assistance. 6. Veterans Benefits. 7. Unemployment Insurance. 8. Payments from pensions and retirement accounts. 9. Disability Benefits. 10. Income earned in the last 60 days, 90% of which is exempt. 11. Workers' compensation benefits. 12. Child support. 13. Spousal support or maintenance, alimony. 14. Railroad retirement, and/or 15. Black lung benefits. If yes, you can claim that your money is exempt and cannot be taken. To make the claim, you must a. Complete the exemption claim form attached, b. Deliver or mail the form to the bank with the restrained or frozen account, and c. Deliver or mail the form to the creditor or its attorney at the address listed on the form. You must send the forms within 20 days of the postmarked date on the envelope holding this notice. You may be able to get your account released faster if you send to the creditor or its attorney written proof that your money is exempt. Proof can include an award letter from the government, an annual statement from your pension, pay stubs, copies of checks, bank records showing the last 2 months of account activity, or other papers showing that the money in your bank account is exempt. If you send the creditor's attorney proof that the money in your account is exempt, the attorney must release that money within 7 days. You do not need an attorney to make an exemption claim using the form. The exemption claim form shall be in the following form: name of court, name of county, X plaintiff petitioner claimant index number, V defendant respondent exemption claim form, X name and address of judgment, name and address of financial creditor or attorney institution, to be completed by judgment, to be completed by judgment creditor or attorney, address AB directions, to claim that some or all of the funds in your account are exempt. Complete both copies of this form, and make 1 copy for yourself. Mail or deliver 1 form to address A and 1 form to address B within 20 days of the date on the envelope holding this notice if you have any documents, such as an award letter, an annual statement from your pension, pay stubs, copies of checks or bank records showing the last 2 months of account activity. Include copies of the documents with this form. Your account may be released more quickly. I state that my account contains the following type: S of funds. Check all that apply. Social Security Disability, SSD. Supplemental Security Income, SSI. Public assistance wages while receiving SSI or public assistance veterans benefits unemployment insurance payments from pensions and retirement accounts income earned in the last 60 days, 90% of which is exempt. Child support, spousal support or maintenance, alimony, workers' compensation, railroad retirement or black lung benefits other. Describe exemption. I request that any correspondence to me regarding my claim be sent to the following address. Fill in your complete address. I certify under penalty of perjury that the statement above is true to the best of my knowledge and belief. Date signature of judgment debtor.